Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. We are back. We're back into that thrill, the end of month, end of quarter thrill, because now we've got massive discounts across the board for Tesla vehicles, specifically the Model 3 and Model Y. So if you've been waiting, if you've been listening and being patient, of course, if you can be patient, if you need a vehicle, that's a different story, then now the discounts are here. So we're going to take a look at some of them and see which deals are going to be the best, and is now the time. It's November 17th, is today the day that you're going to be placing a deposit to secure one of these vehicles. So we're going to talk about that plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on a Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description, where you can support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. And we just found a credit union on this list that has interest rates as low as 3.99% that anybody can join the credit union. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. And shout out to our latest Patreon members, Habib, Manjeet, Principal, and Nico. Hopefully I said those names correctly. Thank you for supporting. If you want to check it out, Patreon link down below in the description. So let's take a look at it. If you follow along and go to Tesla.com, because unfortunately our favorite inventory site waiting for Tesla is still down at the moment. TJ is working on it, so definitely be patient with the fixes here. But if you go to Tesla.com, if you go to existing inventory that's brand new out there, you can see Tesla has heavily discounted certain vehicles to try and move them. And the thing with this, right, Tesla.com I know is restrictive. It only gives you like a 200-mile radius, which if you keep following along at the end of this live stream, I'll show you there's a hack to show all different vehicles across the country. But right now you can see Model 3 performance trims have a over $3,000 discount. Take this one right here, smack dab, this very nice blue one, which has a MSRP of $52,999 minus the sale price of $49,280. That has a $3,719 discount. Of course, stack that with a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description. You can get an extra 6 months of free supercharging, plus get 3 months of full self-driving. So the order here is click it open first, then like the one down below in the description, then head on over to Tesla.com. Make sure you find a vehicle that interests you, pop it open, and then go ahead and place that deposit after you get the check mark that shows that the referral code is there. But taking a look at this, it does seem to appear a lot of these are the performance models that have the big discount. But even if you scroll down just a little bit, like long range is definitely a good deal here. I mean, this is of course the California market at the moment that we're looking, but this black long range, black with white interior, $48,499 is the MSRP price minus the purchase price of $45,100. That has an over $3,000 discount, actually $3,399. So if you're interested in taking a look at this, to go to Tesla.com, go to inventory. I'll show you exactly how to get there, because this is kind of an interesting way to get here. You can't exactly see it. You can't go to learn or order in any of these widgets right here. You have to go to inventory on the right side, of course, not used cars. And then that's where you're going to go ahead and find all the different discounts, toggle to Model 3. And then that's where you'll find the discounts for the Tesla vehicles, depending on where you're at and also depending on your location. But we can see that there's discounts for the Model X. Of course, not too much inventory because Model X is probably the most in-demand Tesla at the moment. And then we've got the Model S that has a handful of discounts as well. But really cool stuff, really interesting stuff. I mean, if you're looking for the lowest monthly payment on your Tesla, that's where channel sponsors and financing partners like Tenet come into play. Tenet allows you to get the lowest monthly payment for your Tesla by deferring a portion of the loan, maybe even this $7,500 federal tax tax credit. They can do this because they are a Tesla approved financing partner and work with credit unions and banks to get you the lowest monthly payment. So definitely check out Tenet down below in the description. And thank you to Tenet for sponsoring this video and a bunch of other videos this month. But really cool stuff to see that we have made it to the end of November, and this is we'll get a good clear idea of how deep these discounts are going to get in these next few weeks, or maybe even by the end of this month, because you got to think about this. It's only November 17th right now, and it's like it's not even the last week of the month. So we're not even in like the third week of the month. Well, I guess technically we kind of are in the third week of the month. We're like 2.5 weeks of the month have 2.5 weeks of the month have already passed. But this week, this could mean that there could be more discounts in the near future. Maybe if you can wait all the way to December, as we've been saying, if you don't need a vehicle, then certainly waiting till the end of or middle of December, depending on where you're located, might make a lot of sense. And what I mean by where you're located, I actually mean by if you're near a California factory or a Texas factory for the Model Y, then you can really wait all the way to the end of maybe even December. But if you're further away from the factory, you do have to factor in like logistics and shipping for your Tesla vehicle. And so that's why if you're trying to make it by the end of this year for whatever the reason, like the $7,500 federal tax credit, or you just want to buy a car by the end of the year, then that's where you do have to keep in mind that your vehicle order, your delivery might get pushed to next year. We saw a lot of that happening last year because a lot of people were trying to time it by the end of the year, but everybody that got pushed, it actually kind of worked in their favor because by January 12th of 2022, Tesla whacked all the prices of all the vehicles down by a big margin. I want to say Model Y went from like $66,000 to $53,000. This is a Tesla price history tracker where we can see all the different list prices that Tesla has put on here, and we can even see like what discounts they had last year and even the dates. So if you want to roll back the history books, December 1st, they did a $3,750 discount if purchased by the end of the year. And then they waited all the way till December 22nd of 2022. I don't know what week that is. Maybe you can look at the calendar. They waited all the way until then to add a $7,500 discount plus 10,000 miles of free supercharging. Of course, arguably right now, maybe the 6 months of free supercharging could be worth more. I mean, depending on how many miles you drive, I guess the average is 12,000 to 13,000 miles a year. So arguably you might be able to squeeze in more value than 10,000 miles, but who knows? Really depends on your driving habits and driving styles. But really cool to see that Tesla has ramped up the discounts yet again. And basically the history books basically follow along the same exact thing. So really the question is, and I just want to throw this out there so that people that listen and follow along and try to time this, you can't really ever time Tesla. Tesla is, they've shown to do a lot of different price changes and incentive changes throughout the past couple of years, but I do want to throw it out there. There could be a case where Tesla could follow along the same exact strategy that they've been doing throughout the past year, and there could be massive discounts next year. Most likely there won't be because this tax credit, this $7,500 federal tax credit, is going to be a point of sale discount, and so Tesla knows this, so there could be price increases, but you got to kind of no one has a crystal ball here, but Tesla, only really Tesla does, and we can kind of follow along with different indicators. The first one being interest rates, if they keep going up. The second one being the demand of it. If these delivery date ranges keep going further and further, they've kind of stayed pretty low and pretty close to the current month. But if it starts to push out, like we're seeing with the Model X right now, that's when we could see prices start to increase. Like what I mean by this is if you go to the Model X right now, if you were to place an order for a Model X, you can see it doesn't say an actual delivery until January or February. Compare that to like a Model Y, which says this month, November to December. So arguably the Model X has plenty of more demand than the Tesla Model Y at the moment. I mean, that could change every single month if Tesla ramps up more deliveries and production from that, but definitely some pretty interesting stuff. But really cool to see that Tesla has brought back the discount. So if you're hunting, there's certainly plenty of discounts that you can find. You can be patient, and of course, it'll be a fun game to check inventory every single day and see which vehicles are interesting to you. But we're going to jump into the next topic. But hopefully you're all doing well. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Friday. Thanks for jumping in. Thanks for supporting. We've got a couple of channel announcements. We've got a giveaway on the channel. So if you're interested in winning this accessory by TestLogic, definitely, hopefully you know where to go. But if you're interested in winning this powerful dashboard for your Model 3 or Model Y, it's a really cool plugin that shows you more data for your Tesla. If you're interested in purchasing this accessory from TestLogic, use promo code Dennis for 15% off. But if you're interested in winning this accessory, follow along as we go to our channel page, then go to the live section right here, and then scroll down to the thumbnail that has matte black into it. It's this one right here, and then you're going to click that and follow along the instructions to enter into that giveaway. That giveaway actually ends tomorrow, so good luck to each and every one of you if you're interested in winning that accessory. In this next topic, just want to give you a little bit of a PSA. Maybe it's a little bit obvious, but there is a Tesla leasing hack if you follow along these steps to save yourself anywhere from $60 to $100 a month. So let's take a look at it. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. So if you didn't know, Model 3 right now and the Model Y have really attractive lease payments. Some of them are, you can see on the screen, $329 a month for a Tesla Model 3. And if you go to a Model Y, then it's also going to be very attractive, $399 a month for a Tesla Model Y. But the big thing here, there's two types of inventory discounts that are available. The first one is demo status vehicles. You could easily find these by the ones that are just marked, obviously, demo status. But other vehicles have discounts, as just started the other day, that also qualify for leasing. A huge hack here, because the demo status vehicles do not qualify for leasing. Unfortunately, actually, shout out to Nick for tagging us in this, because they actually saw that that inventory discounted vehicles qualify for leasing, and $2,000 to $3,000 to maybe even $4,000 off is massive when it comes to a lease. The rule of thumb is basically on a 36 months lease, every single discount you get that amounts to $1,000. $1,000 equals $30 a month off. So if you can just get a discount for $3,000 or even $4,000, that could be anywhere from $90 to $120 off a month. And when you're already talking low lease payments like $399 a month or even $329 a month, you can see where this starts to get very attractive. So really the hunch is now, if you can find like a rear-wheel drive Model 3, or if you're looking for the lowest monthly payment possible, like a rear-wheel drive one, or even if you just want a long-range one like this one right here that we just found that has a over $3,399 discount. If you're able to use that, don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, so you can get an extra 6 months of free supercharging plus 3 months of full self-driving. If you're able to stack this, because you are, and you'll see, this might not be correct with here, but you can see $423 a month if factoring in that inventory discount here onto this vehicle. So really interesting stuff to see that you can basically get a sweeter deal if you're able to, which you are able to, get a discount on the inventory status vehicles. You can see the difference here when we go to a similar vehicle as a demo discounted price. price, you can see it. Let's close that out. When you see that's a demo one, the demo ones are not able to be leased because of that, but it says nothing about that on the actual vehicles that have an inventory discount on the vehicle. So really cool to see. Let us know if this works. I mean, it should work because the Tesla website is allowing it, but I wouldn't see why this wouldn't be a problem. I could see it being a problem with the demo status ones because those have existing miles on it, so that can see why that wouldn't work in a leasing environment. But I mean, even though some other OEMs or other manufacturers allow that, but you can see here the vehicles that have a inventory discount, not a demo discount, do allow leasing on the website, which could translate to a very, very, very attractive lease payment at the end of the day. Let's see if we can find one, trying to compare it toe to toe here. So let's just put in like long range here. So this one has a $2,000 discount. Let's try and find one without any sort of discount at all, which might be hard because Tesla seems to have ramped up all the discounts of all the different vehicles. And so it would be, actually, no, let's see. This is how we're going to do it. So we are going to pick this one that we've already picked right here. It's a black new Tesla model vehicle. And so let's see. Now we just got to go to the Tesla ordering page because we're going to be able to see lease payments as well. Pop it. We'll try and build it exactly the same here. So let's see. Let's close this one out so we're not confused. It's a black one with white interior and doesn't seem like any other features from that. So let's see. We'll do it's long range. We'll do black with white interior. And yeah, you can see the lease payment is already different. So let's see if we can try and match it because let's see, $45,990. We've got a price here of $48,490, which doesn't seem exactly correct here. So let's see. 45,110, but that's we can't see. That's what makes it so hard with Tesla website. They don't show you the original MSRP price unless you go to, of course, the page before. So 48,490, which gives you a lease payment of 36 months, $423 a month on this inventory discounted vehicle one. But if we go to the main page, we can see here on the lease, it says $482 a month. We're not toggling our taxes or anything. So that's already like a $60 discount from this. So you can see where the massive savings can translate to lower payments on a lease, and probably the same thing on a loan, but maybe not as impactful as a lease. For some reason, discounts on a lease adjust the monthly payment a lot more than on a loan, or definitely, of course, not on the cash because there's no cash payments, but definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking. There could be some crazy deals in the near future, especially if you're able to find like a Model 3 out there that is like a standard range one, like a cheap one. I mean, I want to see like how low can you actually get, because if Model 3 rear-wheel drives, which we're already seeing pretty aggressive discounts as well. This one has almost a $2,000 discount, which if we were able to lease this, get that discount from there, of course, don't forget to stack a Tesla referral code. You can see we're getting pretty close to under $300. Of course, this has a $4,000 down payment, but let's see if we can switch it to 24 months, $309 for 24 months. Very, very, very attractive at the end of the day as well, especially if you live in a state like New Jersey, which doesn't have any sales tax on electric vehicles. So that could be very, very, very attractive. And if you're in New Jersey, that should just be the vehicle that you buy. Or if you're in a place that has state incentives that give you incentives to purchase electric vehicles as well. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. We're going to jump into the next topic, but before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is the Patreon link. You support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. DZ, thanks for coming in. Do you have to take delivery before December 31st for the ones with inventory discounts? I can't find anything that says you have to. So there's not going to be any sort of written rule with that, DZ, but what actually happens is Tesla gets very, very, very aggressive on trying to get you to take delivery by the end of each month because they have to hit a number. So if they give you an ultimatum, basically like a 10-day, 15-day, well, it's really not even 15-day. They give you like a 7-day 7-day ultimatum to pick up the vehicle. If you do not pick up the vehicle, they basically tell you that your order is going to stay intact. They're not going to cancel your order, but they will release that specific vehicle, whichever vehicle it is, to someone else. And then you basically lose the inventory discount. So we've seen that plenty of times in the past before, and that is exactly what they do. Amazing. What discount or promo you think the Model S will have in the future, and when will be the best time to buy one? Model S is just a little bit more trickier because they also have big discounts that just dropped right now. But I would say right now or the end of December if you can wait, or if you want to roll the dice, maybe even next year for that vehicle, because it's only going to get worse for these high dollar vehicles, these high dollar sedans. Because I mean, just take a look at Lucid right now. I mean, maybe you saw that Lucid Gravity SUV that just came out that is distracting a lot of people from the Lucid Air, because the Lucid Air is definitely having some trouble with trying to sell this vehicle. There's plenty of offers, like almost 0% offers, or really attractive lease payments with massive down payments on it. And so the sedan space for the electric vehicle is ramping up a lot of competitiveness. There's a lot of competition. And so I really feel like if you are looking for a Model S, if you don't get like a massive discount, like $10,000 off, then I probably wouldn't touch it. Because if we take a look at Model S right now, you can see like $2,000 off, $1,000 off. I would say like you could probably get like $5,000 off pretty easily, pretty quickly, especially if Model 3 is already at $3,000 to $4,000 off. Habib, thanks for coming in. Thank you for being a Patreon supporter as well. Put you down here at the bottom. If you don't have a Tesla, how much discount should you make? How much discount should make you consider buying the current Model 3 long range? Me personally, I would not touch a current Model 3 long range unless it had a $5,000 to $6,000 discount, or it was like a ridiculously stupid payment, like $200 to $300 a month, because at that level, it just becomes a no-brainer, especially in the high cost of living state we're in. Also, if you get the 2023 and the 2024 comes out 1 to 2 months after and you really want it, can you switch? Unfortunately, there's no easy way to switch. You'll most likely have to try and trade it in, take a loss, and then buy the new one. But there's no easy way to switch. So, Habib, I would say if you are on the fence with a Tesla, you could do like a 2-year lease. Unfortunately, you have to kind of ride it out all the way to the end, but at least it's just like a short-term rental and you can get out of it. Or we've talked about this on the channel. There's a Polestar lease that's a 5-month non-committal lease. You can cancel it after 5 months. So that might be really interesting for people that need a vehicle now. They could get into that, wait till the Model 3 Highland comes out and then figure out then. But if you don't need a vehicle, then I would just stay in what you currently have, wait in for the Highland, and just be ready to place the order or place the deposit on the Model 3 Highland. Model 3 Highland whenever it comes out. In this next topic, there's another quick rumor that Tesla is going to increase prices again in this market. So let's take a look at it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. Shout out to Tesla Chan. He's been pretty spot on with these Tesla price increases in the China market and staying on top of the news, because Tesla China did increase the price of all the different trims pretty recently. I mean, of course, not that crazy in terms of how high. I think it was like $200 to $300 US, but maybe that could be high in the China market. But now there's more rumors of another price increase, which I guess demand in China is doing completely fine for that, because we're seeing discounts in the US market, but in the China side, they are starting to maybe increase a little bit more. So definitely pretty interesting, because we're essentially seeing the opposite in the US market. And usually this is where I say like China or the US might follow China, and they usually have in the past in terms of pre-announcing discounts and things like that. But it does seem to be the exact opposite for the US market. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. I mean, we're seeing big discounts across the board, so I really would not be any worried about any sort of price increase in the near future. Shutta, thanks for coming in. Haven't seen you in a minute. Welcome back. 13 more days and Cybertruck. Actually, thanks for bringing that up because we've got a interesting topic about that. In this next topic, unfortunately, it does look like the Tesla Cybertruck delivery event is not going to be as exciting as we have hoped, because now there is an announcement that the Tesla Cybertruck will only have 10 deliveries off of the bat. And on top of that, those 10 deliveries are not going to be to true customers. So let's take a look at it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And here's why. Because shout out to Troy Tesla for posting this. It seems like Tesla has really never delivered to customers right off the bat. The Model 3s for the initial first Model 3s were delivered to Tesla employees, and the same thing with the Model Y. And the reason why is because when they deliver that first Cybertruck to a regular customer, that will trigger around $400 million in additional cost of goods for that quarter. That's a negative 11 cents EPS. Therefore, it will likely be that all deliveries this quarter will be to employees, because that would raise the cost of goods for the vehicle. And so most likely the Tesla Cybertruck will have initial customer deliveries next year, maybe fingers crossed January or fingers crossed February. But it does seem like the rumor that the 10 deliveries to actual Tesla employees has been circling around and being confirmed by multiple sources. But really interesting, I guess, kind of makes sense at the end. Maybe Tesla employees get the first crack at it. Maybe all these people are driving around in Cybertrucks at the moment right now. They obviously are Tesla employees anyways. But unfortunately, that seems to be we're the bearer of bad news here, but it does make sense at the end of the day. But we're going to jump into the next topic. But on top of that, we've got a giveaway running on the channel. So if you're interested in winning this Tesla accessory sponsored by TestLogic V2, a powerful dashboard for your Model 3 or Model Y, where you can plug in and get more data for your Tesla, head on over to our YouTube live page. It's right here. You're going to scroll down to the thumbnail that has matte black in the thumbnail right there. And that's going to give you the exact instructions on how to win this accessory sponsored by TestLogic. And on top of that, if you're interested in purchasing this accessory, use promo code Dennis for 15% off. Warren, thanks for coming in. Do you think that the new Model 3 Highland comes more expensive than the Model 3? I think it's going to be either the same price or 5 to 10% more than what the current Model 3 actually is at the moment. But thanks for coming back, Warren. I hopefully you're doing well. Well, yeah, let's see what else we got. In this next topic, pretty exciting time because it is the end of the month and Tesla has dropped plenty of demo discounted inventory across the board for Tesla vehicles. So let's take a look at it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. So unfortunately, waiting for Tesla is still down at the moment. So the best place to go look at inventory is Tesla.com. But you can see now there's plenty of demo status vehicles that have been dropped into inventory. So put in your zip code and you can easily figure them out and find out what they are by, you can see here it says demo status. But the one thing here that I'll give you my recommendation for this, I usually don't try and buy demo vehicles that have over 1,000 to 1,500 miles, not because like mechanical wear or anything like that. Those are probably all fine because Teslas are pretty bulletproof. We've had 4 Teslas so far, a Model 3 and Model Y, and now a Model 3 and Model Y S, and now an X, and they're pretty bulletproof in terms of maintenance and things like that. But the one thing I am worried about is tire condition. If these are demo status vehicles that may have sat in test drive status for these stores, most likely people that are test driving the vehicle are going to get pretty heavy on the accelerator and test out how fast the Tesla is. So 1,800 miles of just banging out acceleration test back to back is probably not going to do well for these tires. So the one thing is, yes, these demo status vehicles could have a attractive discount like $1,000 to $2,000, but a set of tires from like Costco for your Tesla Model Y or Model 3 is going to cost you about $800 to $1,000 as well. So really, I try to be in that 1,000-mile range, maybe 1,500 max, but I also try and target a demo vehicle that has $3,000 to $4,000, maybe even $5,000 off. So these vehicles that are in inventory that have like $1,000 discount, not really doing it much for me. But on the flip side, on the Model 3 side, where we see vehicles that have a even bigger discount, like $3,000 to $4,000, that some of these vehicles aren't even demo status at all. That is where it gets pretty attractive to me in terms of actually getting a discount on a vehicle. So that's kind of my 2 cents on it. You can definitely take a look and see all the different vehicles out there if you're interested in purchasing. But we're going to jump into the next topic. But before we do that, if you're looking for someone to ask some questions about how to get the best deal on a Tesla at the best financing rate, you can do that at my Patreon link down below in the description. After you join, you get a link to my buying guide, which is the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla, all better than Tesla financing. And we just found a credit union on this list that has interest rates as low as 3.99% that anybody can qualify to join the credit union. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. And on top of that, after you join, you can ask me questions one-on-one via the direct messaging app about your situation and how we can figure out how to get you the best deal on a Tesla. So definitely check out Patreon link down below in the description. All right. Thanks for coming in, everybody. Happy Friday. We've got one more quick topic, but on top of that, if you're about to buy a Tesla or you just bought a Tesla, definitely check out our Tesla accessory discount codes down below in the description. We got 3D Mats USA for a premium floor mat for your Tesla. We have a set in our Model X. We got Vion for interior accessories. We got Jawa for the best interior accessories, and we also have MAGBAK as well. So definitely check it out. And thank you to everybody that's used our Tesla accessory discounts in the past and in the future. But pretty exciting time, as yes, you read the thumbnail correctly, that were title and thumbnail correctly. Model 3 has various discounts anywhere from $3,000 to $3,500 off. And we can confirm that some of these vehicles at least show a lease payment, which makes it even more attractive to combine that discount on a very attractive lease. But the flip side to that is the leasing can be restrictive. You cannot buy out the lease at the end of the lease. So it is purely just a rental. And so I've certainly recommended it for people that are waiting for the Highland, get into a 2-year lease on a Tesla vehicle, wait it out for the brand new Highland to actually come out. All right, what else we got? In this next quick topic, just want to give you a little bit of a Tesla discount finder hack that is better than Tesla.com. If you're looking at inventory across the country or in your certain radius, depending on where you're at, there is actually a better website than Tesla to find out where your discounted inventory actually is. And I'll show you what that is. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And that website actually is Cars.com. If you didn't know, recently Tesla and Cars.com, maybe there was a partnership of some sort, but really now all brand new Tesla vehicles are on Tesla.com, especially the Model 3 and the Model Y. And the cool thing here, unlike Tesla, where you're limited by a 200-mile radius, on Cars.com, you can search the whole entire country. And Tesla.com makes it a lot more easier for you to see what the true discount here is because on Tesla.com there it shows you a MSRP price and then the inventory price, but it doesn't tell you how much that actually is off the vehicle. The Cars.com actually shows you $3,000 price drop, $2,000 price drop, $2,100, or even $2,600. So it makes it super clear in figuring out what the exact discount is on the vehicle, which is kind of a nice way to actually look at it, because I want to see and compare apples to apples to really see how I can get the best possible deal, because I want $3,000 to $4,000 off. But the one difference is here, if you click through this and you go to the vehicle and it takes you to Tesla.com, Don't forget to make sure you get a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description. All you have to do is refresh the Tesla referral code first, then head over to cars.com, click it open, and then make sure you get this green check mark so you can get your 6 months of free supercharging plus 3 months of full self-driving. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know if this is an easier way for you to be shopping for your Tesla, or do you prefer Tesla.com? Of course, the best way is waiting for Tesla.com, but unfortunately, it's been down for a little bit because Tesla has changed their inventory feeds. And so TJ is trying to work on trying to fix this out. But cars.com seems to be the easiest way to see this with all different discounts, at least because it's a price drop from their end. So they can flag this across the board. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the next topic. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by our Patreon link. Down below in the description is Patreon link. Support the channel. You get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. But thanks for coming in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Happy Friday. Hopefully everybody has a great weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.